So recently, a lot of people have been commenting on my videos saying games are not working for USB Loader GX or WiiFlow. So I'm going to show you how to set up downloaded games for both those apps and walk you through the process of getting them to work. This is the most common issue of your games not working on those apps is something is wrong with the setup or the region. So I'm going to clear it up and walk you step by step on how to set it up properly on your USB drive or SD card for WiiFlow. Now, if you don't already have USB Loader GX or WiiFlow set up, I will have links to guides down below in the description. Whether you're using a SD card for WiiFlow or a USB drive for USB Loader, they will both require a WBFS folder that will look the same, so let's set it up together. Now what I'm using is a SanDisk Cruiser Glide 32GB USB drive. I also use a PNY for my Wii U, that one works great as well. And I say this because not every USB drive is compatible, but the ones linked in the description are compatible. So if you want to check those out on Amazon, check the description. So anyways, here's my blank USB drive. If you right click, go to properties, you can see that it's FAT32. This is the best format because Homebrew Channel can only read storage devices that are FAT32, but this may cause an issue with certain games like Super Smash Bros, which are larger than 4GB that can't be stored on a FAT32 device. But I have a video in the description for splitting those files if you want to learn how to do that as well. So to start off, just right click and create a new folder on your USB drive or SD card and just call it WBFS. I'm not sure if capitalization matters, but I just do lowercase and it works. And here's where we're going to place our games. So open it up, and then I have these 3 games here that I'm going to drag in. So they're transferred in. Now the first thing you need to make sure is that it's the proper region. So I have an NTSC Wii, which is North America. So I have USA, USA, USA. That's very important because it won't work if it's not the right region. But we can't play the zip files, so we're gonna right click and we're just gonna extract here. So they're extracted into a WBFS format. We don't need these files, so we're gonna delete them. You don't want to keep those on because you don't want to confuse USB Loader or WiiFlow. So right now we have our WBFS files. That is the file format it needs to be able to play on those apps. But now we're going to create a new folder for each of these games. So we're just going to name it the name of the game for now, but we will have to change something later on. Right now, just drag the corresponding game into the corresponding folder. And then when you open, let's say Wii Sports, you should see the WBFS file right there. Back in the WBFS folder, we now need to find the game IDs. So for this, we need to open up our good friend Google and just search up Wii Sports, Wii Sports game ID. And then the first link should be the game TDB. Just click on it, and it should have the game ID. But first thing, you need to make sure that it's the proper region. So if you have a North America Wii, you do not want PAL, you want NTSC-U. Above the region, you should see ID, and then it should be 6 numbers and letters, and then what we're going to do is copy it, open up your SD card or USB drive. So I'm doing Wii Sports, so now we're going to rename it. And then in the end, do a square bracket, paste, and another square bracket. And that's what it should look like. Now we're going to go inside of this folder, right click on the file, rename, and just paste the game ID. And that's it for Wii Sports. So when it's done, we should have the game title with the game ID within the square brackets. Again, make sure it's the proper region or it won't work. And then when you go into that folder, you should see the game ID.wbfs, and that's what we want. So I'm going to do that quickly for Mario Party 9 and WiiPlay Motion. I'll meet back when I'm done. And there we have it. All 3 of my games in my WBFS folder are ready to be played on USB Loader or WiiFlow. So to go through it again, you need a folder with the game name and the game ID, And then inside of that folder, you need the actual game file, which should be a WBFS file with the game ID as the name. And that's it. That's how you properly set up your Wii games for USB Loader or WiiFlow. I'm not going to show you how to set them up on the Wii. Those guides down below in the description will show you how to do that. This is just a video on how to properly set up the Wii games. So if you have any questions, comment below, or you can come ask me in my Discord server, which is linked below. I try to give priority to public subscribers in the comment section, so I reply to their comments first. But anyways, I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.